Hello, welcome back. This is Jacob, and today we are gonna be continuing and also finishing off the narration and character voice acting for the SOMNILOQUIUM SERENUM story, or the Arknights X Ave Mujica collab story. But yeah, this is gonna be the finale, and we're gonna be finishing off the rest of the story with this very episode. So first off, apologies for this episode being a bit late, but considering that this story contains a bunch of characters that are very high-pitched, and that is not the best that is not the best medicine for one's throat. I had to tackle this story despite it being pretty short overall. I had to tackle it a bit slower than the usual stuff, but here we are at the finale. So for anybody who has missed the first part, you can find a full playlist for this and much more in the description of this very video. But before we head into our episode for today, first a quick little recap of the previous part, and then we proceed into our part for today. So, without further ado, on the previous one, we began in reality, or at least the reality where Ave Mujica is from. Still Earth, if you ask me. But then, after some short while, Sakiko seems to wake up from a dream and finds herself on Rhodes Island, as if nothing was wrong. She gets woken up by Vigna, and the two of them later meet up with Iris and Bella, and head out to meet up with a young girl named Anne, who is pen pals with Iris. Reaching the town where Anne lives, the group splits up to find her. Sakiko is the first one to find her, thanks to an old lady showing her the way. Once Iris shows up, she gives Sakiko a necklace, and once she puts it on, she suddenly wakes up in a castle, and is greeted by a girl named Morpheus. Morpheus proclaims to be the master of the Castle of Dreams and is keeping the other members of Ave Mujica asleep. Sakiko makes a bet with Morpheus. She proclaims that she will go into the dreams of her band members and wake them all up. The first dream she lands in is Nyamu's. In this dream, Nyamu is a star in Lungmen, sharing the same fame as Sora. After some tribulations, Sakiko manages to sneak into a studio where Nyamu is giving an interview. Sakiko runs in, grabs Nyamu, and jumps with her out the window of the studio. In the next dream, we find Umiri, who seems to be in Syracuse working as a hired hand for the various mafia groups. One of the groups seems to be one that Umiri has stronger ties to, but right now they blame her for some kind of betrayal. Sakiko does manage to get to her in the end and confronts her. Our next dream starts on an island with Uika, who has met Ea Fiala. Uika seems to be a housekeeper or maid for someone who has lived once on the island but has now left. Uika is waiting for them to return, but they never do. Sakiko meanwhile manages to track down where Uika could be and heads for her house. Sadly though, just as she arrives, Uika has already left and is about to get on a boat to leave the island herself. Sakiko runs after her but misses her just there and then. Morpheus then appears mocking her and forcefully transitions Sakiko off to the next dream. Once Sakiko awakens, she sees an old face. The face of Mutsumi. And yeah, that is pretty much where we left off last time. So, now we should continue, but the rest of the episode will be handled a tiny bit differently than usual, cause as I said at the beginning of this part just a minute ago, I was very busy the last couple of days, and I sat down to record these yap sections in before and after the cutscenes, literally on the last minute. So we're gonna conduct the rest of the video a bit differently, not too differently. You guys will still get to enjoy all the cutscenes normally, just the usual transition screens between cutscenes are gonna be different. It's gonna be pretty much a introductory card for the cutscene, the title and the description of the page, and then we head straight into the cutscene. Next transition into the next card, and then cutscene, yada yada, so on and so forth until the end of the episode. Look, I need to do it this way. I really ran out of time and really was busy over the last whole week, literally. So yeah. Anyway, let's begin. Invitation to the ball. Hat, check. Dress, check. All you need is an invitation to the ball. laugh together, we cry together. Up on this beautiful stage, we act out a vibrant monodrama. I do not fear death.
Here, Saki. Drink. Ah, my throat doesn't hurt so much now. Good. Here. For you. Brimbilliton is all dust and sand. You need water skins and goggles.
Sakiko takes each item as Mutsumi offers them. She clutches them tightly. The swollen water skin looks fit to burst.
Saki, you seem bad. Are you sick?
No, it's nothing.
Mutsumi, you remember me? Of course.
You remember all the things we've been through?
I remember all of it.
Sakiko feels she can finally relax a little. She casts her gaze around. The long, narrow mineshaft they have been following dives deep into the ground, all the way down to here. It is damp and dark, with only oil lanterns and stoves to provide feeble pinpricks of light. There is space for only one between the bed and dining table, and based on the number of cups on that table, Mutsumi is not living here alone.
Mutsumi, how long have you been living here? A year, maybe more. There's nothing complicated to think about here, and time doesn't pass that clearly. No, you can't sense the passing of time because you're in a dream. Mutsumi, why would you dream of this? Dream? I have something very important to tell you, Mutsumi. None of this is real. We need to... Oh, hello now. Back already? Mutsumi-chan?
Someone rushes in behind them and tackles Mutsumi straight down on the soft bed.
Mom, you're all dusty. Get off me. Oh, but we haven't seen each other in nearly a day. Just let me hug you a little. We have guests. Oh, if it isn't Saki-chan. You haven't come over to ours in how long now? Minami-san. Oh, no need to be so formal. Just Minami will do. Sometimes I call Mom that too. Mutsumi, since when did you have such a good relationship with Minami-san? We've always had one. We're mother and daughter after all. Mutsumi-chan, how are today's earnings?
She shifts through her pockets.
It was hot today, so more people wanted cucumber juice.
Mutsumi carefully opens the pouch in her hand. Within are a scant few coins.
Oh, have the girl, Mutsumi-chan.
Her mother also shifts through her pockets.
Here's what I got. Wow, you're amazing, Mom. Aren't I? I don't know why, but today I had a lot more people wanting their clothes mended. Your dad's been working hard too, putting in a full day's work at the construction site. When I went to drop off his lunch and saw his dust-covered face and exhausted look, I gave him special permission to go for a pint after work. I'm sure by now, he's down a whole tanker. And to top it all off, now Saki-chan's here. You know what time I think it is? Time to get everyone together for dinner. I'm glad. Eating with everyone is really nice. Isn't it just? And today was such a good day for us. We can't go being stingy now. Saki-chan, don't be shy. You're invited too. Saki, what's wrong? No, nothing.
They're clearly not a prosperous family. The bare mud walls, the dim lantern light. Why would Mutsumi's dream be like this?
Hello, Mutsumi Minami. Oh, who's this? She's a friend from childhood, Saki. Hello! I came over to ask if y'all wanted dinner. I made a lot tonight, and if you'd like, we can eat together. Now, can we really accept? Your neighbors say there has been smoke from your chimney for a few days now.
Mutsumi rubs her stomach.
Mm-hmm. Besides, it's been almost a month since the last party, right? Everyone really wants to see Mutsumi perform again.
Well, if that's the case, what do you think, Mutsumi-chan?
Me? I'm sure you want to see it too, right, Saki? I could listen to it 100 more times and still not get tired. If you don't mind, we can hold the party at ours. What a coincidence, we were just talking about inviting everyone over for dinner. Saki, what do you think? I think you should make the decision, Mutsumi. I'm okay with it.
Rowdy chatter, hearty laughs, clanking cups. The cramped house is stuffed full with people, but nobody seems to mind the lack of space.
Alright, time for another round. Now, a warm welcome to Mutsumi-chan's pal, Sakiko!
Hey, Sakiko! Everyone turns to look at her, sitting in the corner. Mutsumi's mother lifts her pint glass.
Sakiko? Cheers!
Cheers! With her welcomed, everyone's attention returns to the party. Sakiko leans against the wall alone, her eyes a mix of emotions as she watches it all unfold.
Saki. Mutsumi? Actually, I know about it all.
Huh?
This is all fake. Minami being so nice to me. It's all fake. So when I saw you, I knew it was time to go back. But give me a chance. A chance to say goodbye. Then we can end it. Here, I can sing freely, just like everyone else. Mutsumi.
Before Sakiko can even respond, Mutsumi picks up her guitar and slowly walks up to the crowd.
You all ready, Mutsumi-chan? Hi, everyone. What is it, Mutsumi-chan? Something wrong? Chair. My chair. All ready for you. This one, yeah? The one you normally use?
Mutsumi stares intently at the stool, its seat covered in deep cracks.
That's it.
She slowly sits down. Everyone quiets their breathing.
Here goes. Please enjoy. Haruhikage.
A melody Sakiko could never forget comes to life once more in Mutsumi's dream. The same warm tone she remembered subtly soothed the hearts of all present. The Mutsumi Wakaba before her is almost a stranger to Sakiko. She is no longer the Mutsumi who struggles to express herself. While her emotional expressions are still not very rich, here and now she seems so happy. A heart grown numb with cold, a trembling gaze. In all the world, I was alone. All I knew of spring was falling petals. And every year, my feelings are brushed off with indifference.
So this is what you wished for, Mutsumi?
Sakiko has had countless opportunities to pull Mutsumi away from here, and she is certain Mutsumi would follow if she did. But ultimately, she cannot bring herself to do it. Not when this Mutsumi is so very happy. The crowd lightly sways to the music, The feeble candlelight cast their shadows against the wall like warm spring sunlight casting lilting shadows of trees. Mutsumi sits on her stool, surrounded by all. Her eyes are closed, and as she strums, she gently sings. What is on her mind in this moment? Heartrending and endearing. Now that I'm here, now that I feel. Heartwarming and tormenting. That me who couldn't cry that day. The light gently guides that me along with it. Some indescribable emotion clouds Sakiko's mind. Is it gratification or a refusal to accept things? Perhaps a mix of the two. Mutsumi Wakaba, as she is now, is much happier than when she was with Sakiko. She sits there, alone on her stool, earnestly singing this familiar song. Shimmering and sparkling, sail through the clouds. My heart, filled, it overflows. Shimmering and sparkling down my cheeks, unnoticed. Burning, scorching, burning my skin. Why is your hand so very warm? Please, just stay like this and don't let go of my hands. If she does not let go, then the happiness Mutsumi has found here Sakiko turns and runs away in a panic. And like that, she disappears into the night. Muffled noises echo through the empty cavern. Somewhere nearby, excavators continue their endless digging. The air is colder and colder. The moment she's out of the cavern, a chill sets in. But it merely spurs on her heart to run faster.
How do I face her?
She cannot word it. She cannot face it.
Whatever will you do?
Sakiko does not need to turn her head to know who it is.
No, this girl's dreamland I'm rather satisfied with. Sweet dreams for every child are the duty of the Castle of Dreams, and I've granted each one of her wishes. Honestly, I'm surprised how smoothly this dream runs. No, flawlessly in fact, beyond my wildest expectations. Besides, things have gotten even more interesting now, you know.
You're deceiving her.
No, nothing of the sort. We've had plenty of dealings, she and I. She knows full well what I am. Oh, seeing these results just fills my heart with joy. She knows it's all a dream and she still doesn't want to leave. Isn't that the very proof my dream spinning is unmatched? Oh, you coming here. Well, that's interesting. Well, I'll leave you two to it then. I trust you'll soon discover just how amusing this dream really is. Sakiko Togawa. Sakiko, everyone's waiting for you. Let's go back.
Go back? Morpheus just vanished in front of you. Aren't you at least a bit surprised?
No. Everything here, we imagined together.
We?
You aren't a part of us. You play guitar so well, Mutsumi-chan. Saki... Mom? Where did Saki go? Saki-chan? Maybe she just went off somewhere? No. Saki... Saki would never abandon me.
The cheering crowd suddenly goes deathly quiet. They all stare straight at Mutsumi.
Mutsumi-chan, you seem to have forgotten. This isn't just your dream. This is our dream. Us. In this dream, every Mutsumi has the chance to make her wish come true. Together with Mutsumi-chan, we've built a sweet dream that's ours and ours alone, where everyone can dream of happiness. We exist in Mutsumi-chan's mind. We've seen her life countless times over. In the end, we unanimously agreed that this is the best ending for all the Mutsumis. And you, Sakiko Togawa, are the enemy of this dream. Mutsumi, what are you talking about? I don't want you to suffer either, but we shouldn't hide away in dreams like this. No, Mutsumi-chan gets to live a happy life here. That's the most important thing. I'm not like the others. I want to talk things out with you, Sakiko. You can stay here with me, and we'll protect Mutsumi-chan's sweet dream together. She's a fragile child. Odds are, she still can't decide whether she wants to wake or to stay here in bliss. So long as you choose to stay as well and help us keep this dream going, it'll naturally become reality. You are the sole determiner of reality here. You are reality. So, stay with us, Sakiko. I refuse. You refuse? In reality, Mutsumi's body is lying out in the cold in the Castle of Dreams. Can you accept that as an ending too? If you truly love her, you would not be doing this to her. As long as Mutsumi-chan is happy, as long as we can exist, what does it matter what's reality or not? I have Mutsumi-chan's every memory. I know your heart's deepest desire. If you'll just stay here, I can even give you a whole entire Ave Mujica. Shut up. You're not Mutsumi at all. She would never say that sort of thing. I like you, and I like Mutsumi-chan. Why are you forcing me to choose like this?
Do it. An unidentified voice hovers above their heads.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
The distant mountains seem to shake. The gravel on the ground jostles to rhythm.
Do it.
There is no one around to be seen, but Sakiko can almost feel countless gazes pouring into her.
Do it! They're right. To Mutsumi-chan, we are her countless shadows. So that the shadows may hide forever in the darkness, even the weakest light must be snuffed out.
Step by tiny step, Mutsumi forces Sakiko towards a precipice.
What are you doing? Sakiko?
Mutsumi reaches out, placing her hand on Sakiko's shoulder. Sakiko loses her balance. Mutsumi's figure grows smaller and smaller.
I want Mutsumi-chan to be happy forever, Sakiko. I also don't want the Mutsumis to have to disappear anymore. I just have no choice. Mutsumi-chan doesn't need you. Please, just stay like this and don't let go of my hands. Please, don't ever let me go. Goodbye forever, Sakiko.
echoing hall. Stay a while and watch the engraved pillars and the patterned floor beneath your feet. A cold wind whistles past my ears. Down I fall, faster and faster. But there is no end to this abyss.
My crazy ideas? You're the only drummer I know who can actually make them happen. You were the most hardworking drummer I have ever met. All you had to do was be yourself and nothing more. You kept hopping from group to group, yet you never found a place to truly belong. Is this really the life you want? You should never have had to bear this pain. Umiri, let's get out of here. Together. I will find you. I have to. Uika. Mutsumi, none of this is real. We need to...
Bang! Her heart rate is ragged, her breathing is out of control, and her back is soaked with sweat. Sakiko's consciousness has returned to her body once more, albeit in this most awful, unbecoming manner.
Felt real, didn't it? Falling straight to the ground from who knows how high up. Oh, and then when the dream shattered and you were trapped in dreamless limbo, how did that feel? No matter how sweet those dreams were, they have to come to an end. You pry into their most fragile parts and dramatize them over and over. Must say I don't agree. Before you barged into their dreams uninvited, they'd all but forgotten about you and your insignificant little band. Ave Mujica is our contract. They entrusted their lives to me. You were the only one who ever cared about it. What do you... Heard it for yourself, didn't you? One after another, they all rejected you. Not a chance. Everyone here loves me for the actress I am. I gave everything I had for this, and now you're telling me it's all fake? What a load of crap! I'm not accepting that! This is my dream, and I don't need anyone else in it, thanks! How can you possibly understand me? This lifestyle is perfect, it suits me better. I don't need someone to save me. And no one could save me. I knew it. Mutsumi-chan didn't need Sakiko. I got to see every one of your sorriest, most helpless, most laughable moments. You may have destroyed the dreams I spun, but I suppose this makes us even. And I have to thank you. You roamed their dreams again and again. In the process proving to me that the dreamlands I wove were perfect, impeccable. And now we have that pest out to admit it. It's me. I'm the most talented of us all in the Castle of Dreams. Pest? Didn't you meet her in your dream? The snooty girl, flowery high nobility frock, all the outdated pleasantries. Just being around her puts me ill at ease. Iris is this place's master. You are nothing but a fraud. She said it. No matter how sweet the dream, one has to wake up in the end.
Sakiko feels her vocal cords freeze in place. She cannot make even the slightest peep.
You know what? I finally understand why you get on my nerves so much. You're just like her. You never listen to what others think. You just sit there spouting big, empty words forever. You say they entrusted their lives to you. Well, let's be fair. You just don't want to be abandoned by others. Isn't that right? I've seen your life. There's not much to it. Just a princess's stubborn struggle after a fall from grace. Each and every action of yours was done to deceive and persuade yourself, and to present yourself as never having fallen. You're self-important, conceited, and an utter lost cause. What exactly does your band entail? Just a bunch of girls using a so-called contract to bind one another for fun. And now that they've all found happiness, of course they're abandoning you. Poor Sakiko Togawa, all alone once more. If you really believe what Iris said, then fine. I'll prepare another round of these sweetest dreams for you. It'll be perfect, impeccable. Realize it's a farce all you want. You still won't want to wake up. Like your bandmates, you'll wallow in your dreams, unable to ever pluck yourself out. Something to say? Alright, you get one last time. Speak your mind.
The impish girl draws a pattern in the air, and there is a sensation of chains falling away. Then the chains are pulled tight once again.
I knew it. You are much cuter when you're not talking.
Sakiko struggles, Morpheus paces close, step by step. Out reaches her right hand, and she places it on Sakiko's cheek.
Oh, ye princess of hypocrisy, while you were on your dream tour, I've come to completely understand you as a person. What you thirst for the most, what you need the most, and what you fear the most. But don't worry, this dream will be absolutely perfect. You'll be more awake than ever. Not that you'll ever want to wake up. Now sleep, my noble, selfish, conceited little doll girl. Sweet dreams.
Clank, clunk.
Sakiko! Sakiko! I am not the kind of person you claim I...
Sakiko bursts out yelling, but she's no longer in the castle, and Morpheus is nowhere to be found.
You okay? You look terrible. You have another nightmare? I'm... back in my dream again? What are you talking about? Didn't you just wake up? What, you sleep so long your brain's fuzzy? Iris and Benna are here. How do you do? I don't believe I introduced myself. I think she was already asleep when we got on. Vigna and I aren't late. The dream has changed. Sakiko, you know, you keep saying some pretty weird stuff.
We are heading to a small town in Victoria to find a girl named Anne, who is acquainted with Iris. This vehicle will have a flat tire soon. We'll be forced to get off to fix the tire, delaying us by a few hours.
Are we going to Victoria to find Anne? Who's Anne? Do you know Iris? I don't. Is that a friend of yours who lives there? What? You don't know her, Iris? And then Vigna and I are... hello? We're on a field mission not too far away from your home. I figured I'd bring you back for a break, let you see your family. You've been mega busy with work. Gonna be a while since the last time you went home, right? What's going on? Why did the car suddenly stop? Did a tire burst?
Whew, we almost hit a burden beast. Whew, that was close. Well, no worries. We can be back on the road right away. As the engine starts humming again, the view outside the window begins to move once more. The same wilderness and the same companions. That said, this dream is starting to bear its own colors.
Iris! Benna! I brought you all sweets, just like I promised. Everyone gets a fair share. Yay! Now, did you keep your promise too? Have you figured out what you treasure the most? I treasure my beastie bank. Look at all the coins I've saved. I planted these flowers myself. They finally sprouted. They're so pretty, and I was wondering if you could preserve them. Okay. One at a time. Line up, everybody.
Iris and Benna try to have each child introduce their treasures in an orderly manner, but it seems every one of them is exuding limitless passion. The children's excited voices don't die down for a second, but there is no chaos in Sakiko's eyes. On the contrary, the sight before her is filled with warmth.
Why, if it isn't Sakiko? What brings you home so suddenly? Sorry, who? We just happened to have a field mission in the area, so I figured I'd bring Sakiko along. Get her to pay her family a visit while she's here. Your father's been talking about you every day, you know. He says you've been so busy interning at a large company, you hardly ever ride home. I've never seen him that talkative. He must really miss you. You should hurry home, give him a nice surprise, and lift that weight off his shoulders. Sakiko, you've been acting kinda weird, like your reactions are kinda slow. Pardon me, how do I get home from here? Huh?
Though the conversation that follows is incredibly embarrassing, Sakiko follows the kind townsperson's instructions and successfully makes her way back. Following the meandering path, she at last arrives at the door of what is allegedly her home, a white, strange building. The flowers and grass in the courtyard are well maintained. She can hear the flower bed sprinklers quietly watering the plants around them. The chimney lets out puffs of smoke as the master of the house prepares lunch. But she knows that this return is not her real home. Her real home is in a faraway, unreachable place. Home. The first thing that comes to her mind is the Togawa family mansion, followed by the dusty, cramped little place her father rented that always smells of alcohol. She thinks about how hardworking her father once was. Alas, her real father is probably wandering these streets with a bottle of booze right now. He might even be uttering her name, though the sorry excuses he gives alongside are the furthest thing from sweet. Right, that is Sakiko Togawa's reality. What she sees before her is a dream spun for her by Morpheus, and it doubles as a cage to imprison her. Suddenly, the aroma of food seizes her. Sakiko? What brings you back all of a sudden? I thought you were busy with work. I am. We have a field mission, so I thought I would drop by. You've hardly ever written home. Every day I've been reading the few letters you did send over and over. They're no more than simple letters. You needn't. How could they be no more than letters when they're written by my dear daughter? Father, I think something's burning. Just hold on.
I lost track of the time. I'll have to remake it from scratch. I was taking classes for a good while to learn how to make your favorite dishes, Sakiko. How about a taste? Father? I thought you never used to cook. I have a lot more time on my hands nowadays, so I thought I might as well try something new. And look at you. How much weight have you lost? We have regular medical evaluations at Rhodes Island. I weigh just as much as I did before. No, you've definitely lost some weight. With a worried look on his face, Sakiko's father reaches a hand out to pat his daughter's head. Huh? Her father's hand feels at once unfamiliar and nostalgic. As she remembers it, she would always be stooping down, her drunken father's arm over her shoulder, as they slowly inched homeward, one step at a time. His hand hung over so feebly before her eyes, as close as it was just now, but so different. I'm not a child anymore. Please don't. Well, you'll always be my most darling daughter. Don't want you forgetting your smile, not even while you're out working. Yes. The two of them smile at each other. The hesitation in Sakiko's mind is cast aside. She's certain that this smile of hers right now is true and genuine. I can hear piano from upstairs. Do we have a guest today? What are you talking about, Sakiko? Surely that's Mizuho practicing the piano. Mother? Well, yes. It's always been you and Mizuho who know how to play it. Oh, right. I haven't told Mizuho you're back yet. She's going to be overjoyed to see you. You should head on up. Sakiko's legs begin to shake, and a low hum continues echoing in her mind. Piano. As the music continues, her memories of her mother slowly begin to well forth in her heart. She still remembers how she cried her eyes out on the day of her mother's funeral. The piano was her mother's favorite instrument. That is why Sakiko loves the piano. Sakiko's mother would hold Sakiko's hand so gently and teach her to feel her way around each and every key, black and white. In the days following her mother's death, Sakiko could still vividly recall every moment of her time spent with her mother, and kept playing song after song her mother had taught her. Run. All of this is fake, a dream spun from yarn by Morpheus. That is not her real mother. How could Morpheus possibly know everything about her? She is nothing but a crude forgery. And yet, her legs do not carry her to a stop. They seem to move faster, if anything. Despite this being a dream, despite her being a forgery. Because just like that, she truly is right there. Sitting there, completely engrossed in her performance. A ray of light flitters in from the window and drapes her figure, making her somewhat hard to make out. But at this moment, only one thing is on Sakiko's mind. Mother? Her mother stops playing and turns around. Sakiko? Everything before her eyes is so real. A foul beast that flies for its whole life does so not out of an unwillingness to land. Its decisive wings shroud the pain and tragedy that come with having no legs.
I do not fear forgetting. Relic of eternal splendor. All things fine and beautiful are eternal in the never-waking story.
You've gotten so good at the piano. Do you think so? I know better than anyone how much you've changed. I'm your mother after all. I can hear it all, how hard you've been working. I know your job must be so hectic, and yet you've kept up with your piano practice. Uh-huh. It seems you've gone through quite a lot out there.
Hate to disturb you two while you're practicing. Supper's ready?
This is wonderful.
What do you think? My cooking's really improved, huh?
You don't know the half of it, Sakiko. He had me taste this so much in order to finally get to this point.
Hurry and give the salad a try,
Delicious.
I've made a lot of minor adjustments so it's more to your liking. Not all bad, huh? And there's plenty more dishes you love on the way.
Yep. Sakiko? Sakiko?
What's wrong?
I think I've had a little too much to eat. Are you feeling better now?
Sorry, I think I overdid it a little.
Honestly, your father never changes. But that's his style, I suppose. Honestly, most times, it's quite adorable of him. You'll forgive him, won't you?
Can I truly forgive him? When the man who shares his face has broken my heart countless times.
He really loves you, you know. And so do I. I really love the both of you. Mother, where is this coming from? I've been going through our photo albums more and more while you were away. I started from when you were born, then when you were 1, then 2, then 3. My childhood memory nearly failed me. Maybe, but there is nothing more important, nothing more special to a parent than their child. When you were born, your palm wasn't even half as big as mine. But look at you now. Yours is even a little bigger.
Sakiko's mother takes her hand and brings their palms together. For some reason beyond herself, Sakiko grasps her mother's hand and locks fingers with hers.
Mother, your hand is so warm.
Was this how warm her palm is? Is this really real? Is everything I'm enjoying right now rational, reasonable? How can it be this warm, and yet this heart-rending?
That's right. I'm right here. Mother! Go on, you can cry all you want. I always comforted you like this when you cried. Huh? Was it really such a crybaby? When you were very, very little, oh, you would make the biggest fuss over a single sweet. You may be a strong young woman now, but you were a big crybaby back then. Really? I don't remember at all. Your mother would never lie to you. Do you remember my high school entrance ceremony?
During my last year of middle school, my mother died of illness. Even if they're non-existent memories, even if they're things that never happened. But right now, all I want is the most beautiful answers I can get. I want to convince myself to create the most wonderful memories, to believe in the sweetest dream I can.
Of course. I remember you in your school uniform. Our whole family took a photo together at the school gate. Yes, that sounds right. Oh, that does bring me back. What else have we done together? Mother, I want you to tell me. Tell me about all the memories we share. Sakiko, just how long have you been away from home? Aren't you the clingy one today? Home.
When did the word home start sounding so foreign to me?
Well, if you want, I'll reminisce a little more. Now, where should I begin? Let's start from when I was born. I want to hear it all. Okay, then we'll start from the day you were born.
And so, down the country path, at a leisurely pace, Sakiko and her mother walk side by side, and it feels as if they could walk forever. Just like that sweet, beautiful stretch of time they shared back when it all began, unhurried and without end. Their hands, the umbilical cord that connected them in the very beginning.
Sakiko! You found your way home! Miss Vigna, this carriage seems to be out of order. Now let me down. Let's see. Wait, these controls aren't like what I learned at Rose Island. Oh, crap. We can't stop. We're going to crash. Sakiko, out of the way.
Mother, would you mind waiting a moment?
Of course. Go ahead. Girls, are you alright? I'm okay. Butt hurts a little, but I'm fine. I swear I saw Miss Iris too just now.
A familiar voice can be heard from deep within a hay pile.
Quick, we gotta dig Iris out. Right. I almost suffocated. Weren't you two collecting children's wishes? What are you doing here? It all went better than expected. The children here are surprisingly good, you know, so we wrapped up ahead of time. I thought I'd give driving in the countryside a shot, but then car trouble hit while I was at the wheel and, not my first time repairing vehicles like this one. Hurry, let's fix this one up together. I can hardly tell if my luck is supposed to be good or rotten today. I couldn't shake the worry something might happen, you know. I didn't expect our work to proceed so well today, and I certainly didn't expect this little mishap. I only hope we can have this fixed soon. At least then we can be on our way back by tonight. Tonight?
Sakiko turns to look behind her. Not too far away, Sakiko's mother is watching her and her friends with a smile. She notices her daughter's glance and gives a light nod.
Would that be your mother? Yes. You very much resemble one another, especially the eyes and the mouth. I feel both a gentle warmth and a firm resolution in you. But I have no resolve. What makes you say that? Miss Iris, you're a fairy, if I'm not mistaken. Yes? Is something wrong? Fairies listen to people's wishes, and then temporarily make them reality in their dreams, correct? Correct. But if people are well and truly trapped in their dreams, never to pluck themselves out, what should be done then? A real fairy would never permit that to happen in the first place. If you spend too long in a dream, you lose the ability to discern between dream and reality. What if they never wake up? Sakiko, the worst outcome has never been the inability to wake up. Rather, it is when you accept everything in your dream as the truth, and then you wake up, only to find that all you have experienced was a fleeting mirage. After living a lifetime of happiness in the dream, you find yourself back in reality, back at the very beginning again. Your body is young, but your soul is old. Your dream is well beyond your grasp. You are left with no choice but to carry on in life, utterly alone. Can you really call that a good dream? If it is doomed to fail, it should not be fled from in dreams. If they are destined to be missed, you must bid them farewell properly.
Sakiko looks back again.
Oh, I appear to have gone on a little long. Am I interrupting your reunion with your mother? No, nothing of the sort. I apologize. Someone very important to me asked me the same question once upon a time. Because of my inability to give a firm answer then, things turned irrecoverable. Hence, I now lend such concern to this.
Hey! The car's all been fixed up. Vigna, no more touching. No touching ever.
Come on, girls, get on. Miss Sakiko, will you be coming with us?
Sakiko turns once more to look at her mother. She's still standing there, as though she's awaiting something. Is she awaiting Sakiko's promise, or perhaps Sakiko's verdict? She simply stands there, looking at her daughter with the warmest smile.
It's okay, Sakiko. You can stay here a little longer. You've been worn out lately, yeah? You're due for a vacation anyway. I'll let HR know. Okay, thank you. Let me try again. Sakiko, let's stop here for now. Aren't you tired? I'll make us some tea, then we can take our time. I'm just nervous, that's all. How about a little chat then? Were those girls just now friends of yours? Yes, they are my co-workers at Rhodes Island and very good friends of mine. Rhodes Island? Correct, a pharmaceutical company boasting a landship of tremendous scale. Aboard the ship we live and work, sailing anywhere and everywhere in the world. The, world? Terra. What an interesting word for it. Does Rhodes Island have a piano room you can use? It does. There isn't too much entertainment while the ship is sailing. Many operators while away the time by playing instruments. At times I'll play a few songs on the keyboard in my dormitory room. Vigna has even formed her own band. And have you formed your own band too? I have. Is that with Miss Vigna? No, it's with others. Well, now I'm curious, Sakiko. What are these fellow band members of yours like? I have a drummer who constantly clashes with me over just about everything. Though her ambition and hardworking nature are second to none, we resemble sisters in arms more than we do friends. I have a bassist whose technique is superb. She handles all our behind-the-scenes work, schedules included, with great diligence. As a colleague, there could be no one more trustworthy. I have a guitarist-vocalist who excels at songwriting. She has her own work as an idol to take care of, but in spite of how busy it makes her, she never ceases to support me. And I have another guitarist. We've been friends since childhood. She was always there for me, even when I left home and was all alone. By the sound of it, you're quite the close-knit band. No, the reality is we constantly argue. We even disbanded before. Have you all made up since? I got separated from everyone. They are somewhere far, far away. Somewhere I cannot reach. How far away? From Victoria to Ursus? Or even farther than that? Why the hesitation? Because I'm afraid that finding them means leaving you behind. I'm scared I won't be able to see you again. Silly girl. I'll always be here. But didn't you leave me behind?
Mama.
Look, dear, Sakiko is calling out to me.
Mama.
Sakiko? Sakiko! Call for daddy too?
Mama.
Good. This key first, then this key. Wow, now I can play the same sounds as you, Mother! That's right. You're so amazing, Sakiko. I want to keep learning the piano with you, Mother. I want to be with you all the time. Yes, we'll always be together.
Mizuho-chan, she left us too soon. With a condition like hers, we'd be lucky to last as long as she did.
Mother.
Sakiko, I'll do everything I can for you.
Father, why do you drink so much?
Sakiko, I'll do everything I can. I can't do this anymore.
Father, Mother would be so sad if she saw you like this. Didn't she tell you how?
Shut up! Sakiko, I'm begging you, just leave me. Just leave me be.
Mother, I know. I've always known. I shouldn't be here. This is not my world. The sweetest dreams cannot last forever. The day will come when I have to leave you. And yet... how I wish the time for farewell will come a little later.
the warmth of her body, the realness of her breathing. Sakiko's mother gazes warmly upon her.
I'm sorry, Sakiko. Mother lied to you. Huh? You knew, didn't you, that I wasn't your real mother? I'm sorry. I've been so careful to keep this little white lie going. I wasn't there at your high school entrance ceremony. Before you asked me that question, my memory of you was still in middle school. And I don't know why it is, but when I see you smile these days, there are dark clouds hanging above you. Sakiko, when did you start making this kind of face? Just what suffering have you been through in this stretch of time I know nothing about? I'm sorry. I don't know anything about this. All I know is that during your hardest, most painful moments, I wasn't there for you. Sakiko, I am so truly happy that I get to see you. I really want to see you grow up. And I want to stand right there in front of the stage and see your live shows. And I want to meet those new friends of yours. I'm very greedy. I want to know everything about you and be there by your side. But because I'm your mother, and because I love you so much, I want you to leave this place and seek out your real life. Go, Sakiko. Go back to your own world. Mother!
The emotion welling up in Sakiko's heart at last overflows. She buries her head in her mother's chest and bursts into tears. In contrast, as she has always done, Sakiko's mother simply strokes her back and consoles her. Huh? Sakiko? Are you off again?
Sakiko has something important to do.
Oh, you just got home. Can't you stay a little longer?
Dear.
Alright. Sakiko, your mother and I are on the same page. Just remember to eat right while you're away from home.
Right, I will. Okay, I'll be off now.
Sure. Have a safe journey, Sakiko. Fairytale beginning. The fairy tale is written, and the stage awaits. Do not hasten to leave, for you have a story to play. From the rooftop, dozens of stories high, the cars and people on the ground are like specks of dust.
We've strengthened security around your home, Miss Nyamu. Until the situation is under control, please refrain from going out, if at all possible. With the kidnapper still at large, the agency prefers you scale back your activities, for the time being, out of safety concerns. Suspend activities? Just temporarily. We're sifting through new prospective partners to ensure your absolute safety. But my fans! Miss Nyamu, you are now one of Lungmen's biggest stars. You need to recognize your own popularity a bit more. But... use this time to get some well-deserved rest. Or do something you enjoy. Just stay put. I'm going to hang up now. The LGD wants to talk with us again. Stay put. Stay home, huh?
Nyamu looks around her home, if it could even be called one. The massive TV in the living room, which only ever has one viewer. Someone comes to make the bed every day, it never looks anything but factory new. Suddenly something catches her eye.
found you.
Perhaps it was not that she had forgotten them. Perhaps she just did not want to look for them. At some point, she chose to abandon them of her own accord. A set of drumsticks lying in a corner of the bookshelf.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that was awful.
You let her go. You defied my orders.
I broke the terms of our contract this time. Here is the penalty fee.
Umiri pulls out a bag of gold coins and places it on the table in front of her boss. You're rejecting me.
I think it would be best if you stayed hirer and contractor. I work better as a lone agent. If I want a partner, I have my base.
No. You want to go back to Francis and his people.
I've had quite a long-standing interest in their musical parties. Sorry, but I won't be taking a seat at your bigger stakes table.
When did I ever say you'd have a seat? You've only ever been a chip. And a chip not in the hand is worth nothing. With those words, the door slams open, and Umiri finds herself surrounded by multiple burly brawlers. Umiri turns back to look at the boss, and is greeted by the glinting end of a barrel. The island is about to disappear into the distance. What's wrong? You've been staring at the island this whole time.
I thought I heard someone calling to me.
Must be hearing things. Nothing in these waters except the sound of waves and fowl. Lot of luggage there. Headed to the city to strike it rich?
I'm looking for someone.
Ain't that the damnedest thing? You're not the first one to say that.
What?
These waves are getting rough. Above them, darkness has started to creep into the sky. Watch out! Grab the railing! But it is too late. A wave crashes down on the deck and sends seawater flooding into the cabins.
Wrong. This guitar sounds wrong.
But she knows why full well. A classical guitar could never make the sound of an electric. It's awfully late, Mutsumi-chan. Won't you get some sleep? Look, at least just unlock the door.
We'll sit by your side and tell you bedtime stories, just like old times. No. Not unless you tell me where Saki went. Well, we don't know either. Maybe she went off and found her own happiness somewhere else. You're lying. Saki's not like that.
There is no response from outside the door.
Saki won't change so easily. She wants me to return to Ave Mujica. You mustn't change so easily either, Mutsumi-chan.
Somehow, Mutsumi's mother is standing behind her.
This isn't just your dream. It's ours too. We are all Mutsumi. This is our dream, together, where we can all truly exist, where we all find happiness. Mutsumi-chan, you don't need Sakiko. You only need us. No. Let's be together forever and ever. Okay? No, 10 minutes left.
Bye, Miss Iris. Bye, Miss Benna. Bye now. You be good children, just like you promised. We will.
Iris, Benna, all set? In that case, let's... Wait! Miss Sakiko? I thought you wouldn't come. Iris, the necklace. Necklace? In your left pocket. The necklace in the little box that keeps the nightmares away. What are you talking about, Miss Sakiko? I don't... what?
Iris reflexively reaches into her pocket, and is surprised indeed to find something in there.
Sakiko, you don't actually have precognition, do you?
Center stage. Mutsumi lies in a pool of blood.
My child! Oh, my child! Help her, somebody!
What's wrong? Is she hurt?
Poor girl, she's dead. How horrible!
It's all a trick. She's not dead. How could she be dead? The other actors can be heard noisily chirping and excitedly chirping.
Cut! You're an abysmal actor, Wolf.
Sorry, acting's not my forte.
Oh, and you think you were any better? This won't do. I'm still short of actors. I need one more.
Morpheus stares daggers at the center of the stage. There a blue-haired girl sits, eyes closed, but brow furrowed as ever in struggle. It's a Syracusan play. Caused quite the controversy in its opening run.
True and false, false and true. Why does everyone tie themselves in knots over which is which? Human beings have too strong a need to know everything down to the core.
Perhaps it's the very thing that makes them human. I'm sorry, I spoke out of line again.
No, Wolf, you're fluent now.
Maybe it's all the rehearsals lately. Then again, maybe it's not the rehearsals, but the things I've been seeing. These sort of things that grow a heart a size or two.
Can a woman creation have a heart?
The book tells of a metal man who gained one. Perhaps I can too.
Shouldn't have let you read so much. I like your stuttering better.
She has no heart anymore.
I can patch her back up, but without a heart, she'll never leave this place again. You decide. Decide Morpheus's fate. Oh, Iris. Oh, Benna. Alas, it would be better if you didn't talk. If only everyone was like me.
Morpheus, it's time we ended this farce of yours.
Upon the stage where a doll slumbered, now a doll stands.
What? Excuse me? How? This isn't right. No, how could you?
I made myself clear. I will not be leaving my companions until I have awoken them.
Well, I'll give you two choices. 1, get out of my sight right now. 2, I trap you under layers and layers and layers of dreams until you stay lost in limbo forever.
I decline.
You think you can?
Sakiko reaches into her pocket.
Yes, it's still there.
Iris's necklace has accompanied her through layer after layer of dreams, and it has followed her here. Now she will save Ave Mujica. She will save everyone.
Our bet is still on. In their dreams, I saw their innermost thoughts. Even as their wishes came true one by one, they found no happiness in it. They are no hypocrites for it, they're simply still in doubt. As the founder of Ave Mujica, I pledged to them that I would take responsibility for their lives. From the moment I uttered those words, our fates became inseparable. My role is to show the path to lost souls. I will lead them through the fog, for I must.
Center stage. Sakiko Togawa stands. She casts her eye over her slumbering companions, then returns her gaze to Morpheus.
They and you are no more than lost dolls. In the moonlight, the doll takes on a temporal life. Awaken!
Stop her!
Terrifying roars can be heard from the corridors.
This is our dream. Therefore, we are its master. We will become as we want to be.
Sakiko Togawa slowly raises a hand, and her clothing begins to transform. She recalls the originium arts she learned in her dream, the songs she wanted to write. As she has practiced countless times before, she casts down a firm finger. Upon a white piano key. The note rings clear in every corner, on and off the stage, and bids the threads holding up each doll fall slack. No longer puppeted, they fall to the expanse of the stage one by one.
Be assured that in the face of all your efforts, I can hardly rest on my own laurels. Despite all our hardships, we came back together and put on a masquerade that belonged to us, didn't we? I want to write a song about our struggles and the possibilities of the future. We are a band. Our destinies are one. This is my answer. Put down the guitar, Mutsumi-chan. You're our princess. We'll be by your side, whatever you do. Cover your ears!
Mutsumi hugs her guitar tightly.
You're not me. I'm Misaki. Somebody help! Honestly, what do I do with you?
The Mutsumis, throwing themselves at Mutsumi, suddenly crash to the ground one by one, as if marionettes whose strings were cut.
I'm on your side, Mutsumi-chan. I'll listen to your deepest desire.
The fully armed brawlers are closing in on Umiri. Don't we put an end to this, Umiri? What's the song?
Umiri!
Francis? Where did you just drop in from?
Sakiko told us all about it. We're all just figments of your dream, ain't we?
Why would you go and believe her nonsense?
No, don't you see? Everything makes sense now. We trusted you unconditionally because you made us. Now that I've accepted it, I feel so light, so free. Umiri, I could do anything right now. There isn't much time. You've got to get out of this nightmare.
But how am I going to...
It's your dream. You gotta know.
But once I leave, you're all going to...
When you'd start getting so hung up on crap. Don't you worry. Me and my brothers will think of you when we hold our parties.
Got it.
Go! Don't let her get away! Umiri grabs her bass guitar case by the handle, bends her knees and lowers her center of gravity.
I'm out of here.
Umiri, our sister!
Bon
Voyage!
Miss Nyamu?
A song that none of them have ever heard is blaring at maximum volume. Yet there is nobody in the room.
Call the security firm.
She started streaming.
Hmm?
Good morning, Nyamu everyone! Nyamuchi here! Your girl soaring through the skies of Lungmen right now. And I've got a lot of patrol cars behind me in hot pursuit. Feeling good! Now this is one way to remember Nyamuchi the rest of your lives, huh? And if you do get to hold on to any memories, remember one thing. Nyamuchi is the drummer of Ave Mujica. Amoris!
My memories, they're fading piece by piece. The last trace I had of her is being erased. That song, a song of the soul. I say, you're mine, you're mine. Look, you're so close, yet still light. You're like light. You always had the power to make people gather around you, basking in your light and warmth. That's who you are, Saki-chan.
Performing, shouting your heart out again and again, never to stop.
I apologize. I apologize for the countless times I've hurt you all. But here and now, I want to see you more than anyone. I want to see you as you really are. The destinies of Ave Mujica are one. I bear the weight of your lives on my shoulders, and so I will stake my life to protect you. I beg you, all of you, wake up!
Midnight, the twin moons hang high in the night sky. Now is the hour of the doll's awakening.
Let us commence the world of Ave Mujica anew.
次はあなたをどこまでも追い詰める。私の実力見せてあげる。失礼します。すぐに私に出会ったのが運の尽きだ。やるしか人形はかりそめの命を宿す。
The ending note settles. Sakiko's hand lingers on the keyboard. Faint echoes of music reverberate on through the empty castle halls.
Saki-chan?
From beside comes a voice long unheard, yet one she could not know any more intimately. She slowly lifts her head.
We finally get to meet Saki-chan. It feels like I had this long dream and I was this close to never waking up. Saki-chan, we've been going in circles for so long. We almost missed each other again.
And before Sakiko stands not just Uika, but her entire band.
It was like someone gave me a pull and then I just showed up here. Why are we being so serious? But Saki, you're smiling so happily.
Sakiko has to squint beneath the bright spotlight hanging above. Everything before her feels so unreal, so dreamlike. But she knows. She knows. Once more, they have played the music that belongs to them. The girls of Ave Mujica have finally come back.
Yes, of course I am. I'm so happy. Uika, Mutsumi, Nyamu, Umiri. I missed you. I missed you so badly. All of you. Welcome back. I'm guessing these things put us to sleep? The dreams, they're not working? No. You can't leave, you have to stay here.
Piercing screeches can be heard from the Corotons.
Watch out! Wolf!
Morpheus, cut your losses!
Don't you lecture me with words you cribbed from a storybook!
Sakiko, take them and... Before Wolf can finish, an army of threads skewered through its arms, expelling the column within.
Oh, crap! Up there!
Countless cartons circle above, weaving a massive dream catcher. It begins to press in towards the girls, growing ever larger and larger. Morpheus, see the error of your ways! A huge pair of scissors falls from the sky, shredding the dream web into not but tiny wisps of silk that drift in the air.
Who was that?
The girl gives a few twitches in midair before plummeting to the ground, faster and faster.
Are we safe now? What in the world is happening? Apologies for our lateness. Miss Iris, we owe a debt to you for your aid. Thank you.
Sakiko is overcome with relief at seeing the familiar fairy. Her exhaustion swiftly catches up, and she feels the strength drain from her as she collapses. A dull thud echoes through the hall.
Saki-chan! Sakiko. Sakiko. Who is it now?
Bit by bit, Sakiko regains consciousness and is greeted by a faint fragrance. Her eyes flutter open, and she finds herself lying on a soft velvet sofa, a brown-haired girl sitting by her side.
Ah, have you come to? You fainted. Going through dreamland after dreamland like that takes a toll on the body. Though I'd say it's quite incredible you lasted that long despite never encountering such Originium arts before. Are the others? You needn't fret. I've arranged rooms for them. Benna is with them right now. Oh, I don't believe I introduced myself. I am Iris, the present master of the Castle of Dreams. We've seen plenty of each other in my dreams. If this is our first time meeting, then who were you before? Well, as Morpheus demonstrated for you, some fairies of the Castle of Dreams possess the rare art to spin dreams. That said, it's no omnipotent thing. What dreams a caster spins are ultimately limited by their own knowledge of the target. Morpheus didn't understand you, nor did she regard you as an equal adversary. That is why the dream she spun was so flawed. As for why you met me, I would suppose that was grandmother's work. Grandmother? Yes, the Castle of Dreams' previous master. She spends all her time in a secluded room to convalesce now, owing to her frail health. She gave me this necklace, you see, and over the last few days it had been terribly temperamental with its energies. Benna and I scrambled to return just in case something was amiss. What a terrible turn of affairs we found. I see.
Something just started up over there. You're not safe alone. Go the long way around, quick.
Thank you for the warning. I heard from an old woman nearby. You should hurry home.
The nights are dark here. Now don't get lost again.
Miss Sakiko, as the master of the Castle of Dreams, I beg your forgiveness for all that's transpired. I suppose you could hardly pardon Morpheus after all she's done? Actually, by all rights I should hate her, but I don't feel that way at all. What? She was quite right, actually. Ave Mujica as a group was never very tightly knit. When I made that initial bet with her, it was solely because I wanted the band members back. It was an act of rash judgment. But after entering their dreams only to be rejected by each of them in turn, it finally dawned on me that I hadn't a clue how they felt inside. Within the dreams she'd spun, we tried to hide our weakest, most fragile parts beneath a beautiful facade. Yet did I ever attempt to know my companions, with whom I'd spent so many days and nights? Had I truly resolved to bear the weight of their lives? As I fell through the abyss of limbo, these were the questions I asked myself in infinitude. Miss Sakiko. But when I finally straightened out my heart, awakened my companions, and stood once again before Morpheus, it wasn't just anger I felt. It was also a deep, deep sorrow. In that moment, we looked each other in the eyes. It hit me. My power was frail no longer. I had my friends by my side. While she stood by herself, alone as ever, with naught but creations that bent to her will and whim. She was the dream spinner. She knew better than all of us how nothing in the land of dreams was real. And yet she still chose to lose herself in such dreams. Surely she must have had her reasons?
You're a heartless monster. No wonder your parents don't want you. You'll never live through the winter. No, you're lying. Get lost, all of you. Uh-oh, run.
Morpheus, are you alright?
Oh, Iris, is it true what they said? They're naughty children, right? The fairies won't bring sweet dreams to them, right? I'm not a heartless monster and my parents didn't abandon me and I can live through the winter, right? Morpheus. Oh, Iris, answer me.
There are reasons that Morpheus cannot live outside the Castle of Dreams. There is no storybook beauty in these lands. What Morpheus had to endure left her unable to place her trust in the sweet dreams of fairy tales. And I know full well that the castle's sweet dreams hardly solve every problem. In the face of reality, what we can accomplish is so very limited. It is but one thing. We nestle a seat deep in the depths of a child's heart. Likely, it is what they considered the most important event or thing to them as children. It usually lies quietly deep within, but at crucial moments, when people are at their weakest, it gives them strength. These words are the very words you spoke to me in my dream, Miss Iris. Now I offer these same words back to you. I venture that perhaps Morpheus is awaiting a dream that lets her become grown up, once and for all. As the moon rises, the doll takes on life. See, have the moons not risen?
Iris looks outside. Pale and gentle moonlight shines down on the two of them through the castle window.
Yes, you're right. Furthermore, Miss Iris, I do have a request. Pray tell, I'll do what's in my power. The 5 of us have awakened from our dreams, but we don't seem to have returned to our own world. Being the master of the Castle of Dreams, I was wondering if you might know a method by which we can go back? I happened to hear them describe this world of yours while you were unconscious. From what I could gather, it certainly doesn't sound like any city on Terra. But I've never happened across a castle like yours before, and a full thrall of the castle's archives turned up nothing either. I intend to contact Rhodes Island. The doctor there is quite learned and should know a way to send you back.
Rhodes Island? The pharmaceutical company?
Indeed. You dreamt of it?
Yes. I'd been keen on visiting again, and I have some old friends I'd like to meet while I'm,
Is something the matter?
I'm starting to forget what they looked like. Iris gently takes Sakiko's hand, as though anticipating her confusion.
Miss Sakiko, you've been through so many people's dreams. I'm sure you know the castle's rules through and through by now. As with all dreams, the memories will begin to blur and fade from the moment you wake up. Someday or other, you'll return to your world. And when you do, you'll forget about me, about the castle's sweet dreams, about Terra itself.
How could I?
But what happens here will not simply be for naught. Perhaps you and your friends will have to confront those recurring problems when you go back, but I trust you'll prevail. Even if you forget everything that happened here, you'll remember the courage you showed in times of hardship.
Yes, I trust we will too.
And when we return to our own world, Ave Mujica will remain together as Ave Mujica. And I, Master of the Castle of Dreams, will forever remember you as you are now, as children. Perhaps I'll show up again one day, when you're all grown up, and when I do, I hope you and your friends will still be writing the story of your lives through music.
We have a promise.
What is that noise outside the door? We don't have another troublemaker, do we?
Sakiko hurries to open the door.
Saki-chan, you're awake. Are you feeling okay? I'm fine. Can you explain what all the noise out here is about? We're setting up a new stage, and Miss Benna's making Morpheus use these little creatures to carry stuff around.
A new stage?
Yeah, who knows how long we'll be here. Might as well rehearse while we've got the chance. There are so many songs I still want to work on. Morpheus wanted to build the stage in a dream, but we and Miss Benna unanimously shot that down. Yeah, I'll pass on dreams for the next while. Agreed.
Won't somebody show me a smidge of concern? Why am I being given hard labor?
Benna, accompanying Morpheus, offers no words, instead simply giving one of Morpheus's fluffy ears a nice hard flick. You did the crime, now you do the time, Morpheus.
Oh, you're in this with me, Wolf. Go fit that last light.
Alright. Wolf places its hands on the ground, and in a snap transforms before everyone's eyes into a bestial shape. With the light's power cord held gently in its jaws, it leaps up to the top shelf and effortlessly drapes it over.
Well, how's that for a new stage?
It's so pretty!
Nyamu giddily leaps on stage and darts around set after elaborate set.
Ha! Hardly a challenge for me.
Are you forgetting the most important part? The instruments! Stop flicking my ears! I'll bring them out now!
Each instrument appears on stage while Morpheus is still shielding her ears, and the band takes their places.
Still feels good in the hands.
Here's hoping that dream-long blank I had didn't screw up my muscle memory.
Sakiko, we're all ready. Come on.
Sakiko looks up to see her companions on stage, the spotlight shining on each of them, as well as a familiar keyboard that seems to call for her return.
I look forward to your performance, Miss Sakiko.
We missed out on seeing the whole thing last time. Now we can make up for that.
Getting to attend your performance not as an enemy, not as a friend, makes me happier than anything.
Oh, you people are such goody two-shoes.
Anyhow, I've been listening closely.
What are you laughing at? Don't think you can walk all over me just because Iris and Ben are here.
No, nothing. I'm coming now.
Sakiko takes her bandmate's hands and steps onto the stage of Ave Mujica. Much as what when the last piece of a puzzle falls into place, the picture comes as no particular surprise, but it is the very moment when everything becomes whole again.
Everyone, upon this land we shall leave our sound.
In the moonlight, the doll takes on a temporal life. Beneath their marionette forms, the girl's secrets lie. Love, fear, sorrow, death, oblivion. In a castle of dreams, secrets and sins join together and come alive once more. Raise your candle high, be brave through the thorns, part this fog. Here a new fairy tale is born.
This is the wondrous adventure story of us, the dolls. Welcome to the world of Ave Mujica.
Alright then, and that would be it for our story. And yeah, I'm actually surprised they gave a proper kind of like hint as to why Morpheus is such a little shyster, considering that she's part of the Castle of Dreams and everything. And I mean, we do know Benna, but even Benna is not such a shyster compared to compared to Morpheus. But I do like that at least at the end of the story they gave a little hint as to why she is such a little brat, essentially, and misbehaving, and well, her entire behavior pattern. They did drop a pretty huge hint with her background being someone who was potentially abandoned, or probably very much abandoned by her parents, and mocked by other children on the streets and stuff like that. And looks like the Castle of Dreams is pretty much keeping her alive at this point. If the whole heart situation is to be taken literally, then whatever weird magics Benna performed, and Iris as well performed on Morpheus at one point in the Castle of Dreams, that is literally what is keeping her alive. And that is also explaining why she's, again, such a shyster. She's literally bound to the place and she cannot, for the love of it, leave it, so she's always alone. For a child who went through shit to be completely alone and without anybody around herself outside of the dolls and creations, yeah, that is that is a fate to have. But yeah, interesting. I do wonder, considering that obviously Morpheus is a unique character for Arknights, I do wonder if they're gonna bring her back in some capacity. We need more stories on the Castle of Dreams and stuff like that. But before I go even more into the characters and the story in general, a couple of things. Now, obviously I don't have access to any of the menus right now, so I can show them off. I luckily do have everything recorded for the clips section, so you will be able to watch it there. Including, by the way, including the polls. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, the polls for the characters I didn't record separately. Again, didn't have the time to do it separately. So at the end of the very end of the video today, you will see the polls for the Ave Mujica collab. All I'm gonna say for now is it went pretty well. It went pretty well. I cannot complain. Definitely better rates here than in Enfield. I'll say that. But obviously two different games and everything. But anyway, there is a couple of things about the menus here that I do want to share with everybody before we head on. And one of them is the final greeting card, essentially, or gift card, or whatever the hell, which comes from Morpheus. And it's titled "A Recording from the Castle of Dreams" from Morpheus, and it says, Iris asked me to apologize to you, so I went too far before and caused you unnecessary trouble. I'm truly sorry. Please take these stage backdrops Coritons and I made together. Is that enough now, Iris? I don't care anymore. Just let it be. I really hope your masquerade is a success. Otherwise, Iris will surely nag at me. Even in her card, she's still a shyster. I do like, however, that at the end of the story she did jump up and be like, oh, I wanna also listen. Good God, she'll learn. She will learn. But there is one more thing, and that is her that is her enemy unit description, which obviously just says Morpheus. Why would anyone want to escape the dream? Stay here, where everything is fun. Sure, little one, for you it's fun, but you're putting everybody through some quite horrendous shit to have your fun and not feel alone anymore. But anyway, that is the extra stuff. The rest of the extra stuff will be in the clip section. So for now, let's talk about the story, shall we? So, overall, I do like the curveball at the end with the story. It did make me more interested for the anime, because obviously a lot of stuff here has been referencing the anime, especially the relationship between the band members of Ave Mujica, of course. I'll eventually get to it. I'll eventually find time to watch the anime. I do like, as I said, I think I said it in part 1, I do like myself some musical animes. I watched a ton of them. I just kinda stopped watching them in the last like 3 years probably. More and more. I don't even remember what the last one was that I actually watched actively. I honestly don't. But I watched some Bangji Dream Bangji Dream animes in the past. So at some point I'm gonna drop in and see what the season is that they have for Ave Mujica. Just right now I'm just too busy for it. But yeah, overall the characters are definitely interesting, and good God, do they carry some baggage. I mean, in every single one of the dreams, I think every single one of the dreams was pretty much tailored to whatever their, not just dream is, but whatever their baggage is at the same time, what they're trying to achieve and stuff. So it's very interesting. I mean, the very first dream, which is Sakiko's dream, which pretty much was a parallel to her own life, right? We do see, even in this story, we do see quite a lot of a lot about what her life is, despite me not knowing what the anime is entailing and what it's showing about Sakiko's life. I can tell, I can very clearly tell they were very on the nose about her past and her mother's loss and her father becoming an alcoholic and everything. And then you have the dream at the beginning of the story where Sakiko goes with Iris and Benna and Vigna to find a girl named Anne. And the girl is pretty much going through the same thing where her father became an alcoholic. The mother doesn't seem to be around anymore. And the girl herself showing some interest in piano as well. Definitely a dream that was tailor-made for Sakiko to re-experience her trauma. I do like the one thing here that Arknights at least allowed Sakiko, which I don't presume happens in the anime. I really don't, but I do like that at least here, even if it was just a dream, Sakiko had a chance to see her parents in a better light. Mostly to see her father in a better light. Her mother was probably okay, but makes me very happy that she actually got to see her parents in a better light and got to kinda experience what normal life with her parents would be at this day and age where she is right now. So honestly, very, very nice. It's a very nice fanfic. It's a very nice fanfic story for Sakiko. Now the other ones. Nyamu, quirky character with a specific speech pattern that makes me cringe when I have to say the lines. But overall, a hardworking person who seems to be probably supporting a lot of her family back home. Actually, I don't know if the dream here is like a perfect solution for her, as she is earning money probably and sending it back to her family or something, or if she left her family, ran away. I honestly don't know what the actual thing is here is, because of how different these dreams are from one another. So I don't know what the actual background for Nyamu is supposed to be. But I do like the personality for her, being a hardworking person who just wants to better herself, and is obviously not a natural talent at everything, but she puts in the work essentially to become better and better and better. And yeah, definitely that one scene where she starts to play the drums again after a long break, and the muscle memory is probably not really kicking in too much. Yeah, definitely the signal of yeah, if I'm not keeping up with this, it's gonna be a problem. But yeah, good character overall. I do vibe with the hardworking characters a lot. Just that cringe speak, please. I can't. I can't. Anyway, Umiri is there really wasn't much in the story here about her outside of the only thing I'm getting from her is that she's a lone wolf character. There was a bit of coverage that she jumped even in the story of the anime. She probably jumped from band to band to band until she got picked up by the members of Ave Mujica, and then kind of became a normal member of the band. But outside of that, can't really say much about her. Outside of she seems pretty much just like a straightforward character who probably struggled to find her place in a group, but maybe with the band of Mujica finally found her place. But yeah, outside of that, I can't really say much about her. This story didn't really. I honestly, again, because I don't know the anime, from the perspective of this story, I feel like the story here didn't really do her too much justice. Like, her parts were very short. Her parts were probably the shortest thing out of the whole thing. So I can't really judge her on anything. Outside of that, she just seems to be a straightforward going character. And that's okay. Then, one thing about Umiri that I do want to say, and that is her name, or rather I think surname, being Umiri, triggers me so much because in Croatian, Umiri or Umiriti means what's the actual English one? Right. In Croatian, or rather when you translate it from Croatian, Umiri means to calm down. Which honestly kind of fits with her character. I don't think that was the intention. I don't think they picked her surname from like a Croatian or even, I think even Slovenian. Well, Bosnian definitely uses the same word, but I think even Slovenian uses the same word for the same phrase. But yeah. In Croatian, it's Umiri is literally a word. It means calm down. Kind of fits very well with their personality, I would say. Then next one, Uika. I would say making her a blonde labradoodle is a is a very fitting thing. Giving her a dog, like a pair appearance, really fits well. I will not lie, that kind of, now thinking about it makes me laugh even more. But yeah, again, not watched the anime, but I can definitely pick up some very strong attachment and potentially genuine love feelings towards Sakiko from her. And yeah, interesting. But yeah, she seems to be a character that, despite her loyalty and everything, will be loyal to a fault, pretty much. Like, that whole sequence with her on the island, just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and the Sakiko from her dream reality not coming back, definitely showcases how much of a loyalty to a fault character she seems to be. Which is, yeah, a bit much. Which is definitely a bit much. But outside of that, I can't really say much about her outside of that, damn, she has a killer voice when she sings. Damn. definitely vocals. But yeah, outside of that, I really can't say much about her. Again, she, despite the fact that she did have a pretty extensive part, that whole part was literally just loyalty to a fault, and then finally deciding to do something. But then it was already like kind of, come on, now you're deciding to do something now when when you're about to miss your your fated person. Good God. But anyway, interesting, and yeah. Killer vocals. And the final member of the band, Mutsumi. Good God personality disorder. Good God personality disorder. What the shit is going on with this character? Now this one, out of all of them, at least on first glance from what I'm picking up from this story, Mutsumi might be the most mentally broken character. Holy personality disorder, that was something else. I didn't expect to be doing voice lines for multiple versions of her, and I hope you guys enjoy that in the story, because that was fun to do, especially with the especially swapping the mic to picking up left and right. Sounds from only the left and right. So anybody who has been listening to this through either earbuds or headphones, hopefully that came properly through. But yeah, good God, very quiet, but definitely like it's one of those characters that yeah, the surface of the ocean might be calm, but the depth is the Mariana Trench. Kind of deal. You don't know what monsters lie below the surface. Good lord. But yeah, her background is definitely was properly, I would say, shown in this story. With seems like she had some problems with her parents. Now, how that exactly looks like, I can't say in the anime again, but I can definitely tell that there is some bad blood between her and her mother, maybe her father even. Potentially a character that ran away from home on top of it. But yeah, good God. Good God, that is a character. But yeah, that is as much as I can say for the band without having watched the anime. Outside of, definitely made me interested about the anime to fill in the blanks that this story left. The story, I would say, did a good job at characterizing each one of them. Some of them have been not fully explored, while others were, but you know, that's just how these stories go. But essentially, eventually I will watch the anime and I will fill in the blanks, so whatever. For now, for now, I don't know everything, but soon. But anyway, we had a couple of extra characters in here, which is our Rhode Island members with Vigna, Benna, Iris, Sora, Croissant, Ea. Those were nice little cameos. Obviously, Iris and Benna being the bigger characters in here because they had to do with the Castle of Dreams. But the first versions that we see of them were dream versions. So interesting how all of the dreams work almost like tiny little reality bubbles to themselves. And the depiction of the Rhode Island members who were just filling in the blanks, which is a very interesting thing. The choices for these characters were very, very interesting, I would say. Like Vigna being paired with Sakiko. Obviously, Iris and Benna showing up in Sakiko's dream as well was very interesting. Again, Sakiko's dream was probably the craziest one. Like, dreams in general were crazy because of what was happening and everything in them, who she was seeing. But yeah, I do like the sorta implication to how some of them fit together. As in, there are parallels, obviously, Sora with Nyamu, plus Croissant is pretty much a bodyguard in that whole sense. Ea's personality fitting probably very closely to Uika's as well. And Vigna, I don't know, honestly, if Vigna fits into the personality of Sakiko in any kind of way, but maybe? I don't know. I mean, Vigna does have a band, so maybe that's the connection there. that they pulled. But yeah, it was interesting to see these members of Rhodes Island appearing, which also means that that Morpheus had to have somehow heard or met those members to put them into these dreams to fill out the blanks. Considering that Morpheus can only weave dreams about probably what she knows about, having to put these specific characters in just means that Morpheus has at some point met the members of Rhode Island, in a sense, which does make it seem very interesting. But outside of that, it was nice to see some cameos, especially from characters like Wigna, who have not appeared in years. That was funny. And overall, when it comes to the Castle of Dreams, I do like that we finally had a story that covered some aspect of it. A bit sad that it's in a side story, or sorry, a collaboration story like this one, because I believe this will not go into any menu, into any archive once it runs out. I might be wrong. I haven't looked at the announcement page for this thing when it was coming out, so I might be wrong, but I have a dumb feeling that this will not go into the archive, even for people who have played through this. So, yeah, this is gonna be one of those things that here, at least on the channel, is gonna be like a time capsule, like Monster Hunter, and actually, considering that I do know that Monster Hunter has been announced for a second collab, maybe the first story is gonna come back, but it's definitely not gonna be part of any archive if it does come back for a rerun, but we'll see. I'm just speculating here. Rainbow Six is, to this day, the only story that stays in the archive, even when it's done, which is crazy. That one is crazy to think about, that is the only one who stays as a collab. I don't know what Hypergriff has spun, what kind of crazy contract they've woven with Ubisoft to make that happen, but it's a thing. I mean, for people who are new to Arknights, you guys will not be able to play through those stories yourselves. You'll have to look them up online, like here on the channel with me. But yeah, it's still a crazy thing for people who have played when that was live, that those stories are still in. But I don't think this one will say. Unless I'm wrong, I could be wrong. Someone correct me in the comments if I am wrong, and this will be added to the archive. But even if it will be added to the archive and you're watching this at some point in the future, well, if you've missed it, you will not see it. It's pretty simple. This is a collab after all. But we did get some stuff about the Castle of Dreams from the collab, and I honestly do hope they're gonna expand on it now that we have finally gotten some of it. I mean, heck, we even got a bit of details on Grandma of all things, which came out of nowhere. Despite the fact that she is retired, she's still doing the grandma thing of meddling in the affairs of the kids, which is funny and fine. But yeah, we did get some details, and I am for once happy for that. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed myself with the story. It was fun to voice, just had to do it very, very slowly because of, well, the cast being all female pretty much, outside of a couple of side characters being male. That did not help much, because those couple of male characters were barely in the story. Usually I get a nice balance between voices so I can keep this going, but when, you know, 90% of the cast is female, it's a bit strenuous to do on the vocal cords. A bit is an understatement. But it was fun. The story was fun and very depressing. Very depressing. The one bit about Sakiko meeting her mom, even though it's obviously a dream and everything, still was very emotional, very impactful. I did enjoy that part very much. It's those moments in an anime that always grab me probably the most. But anyway, overall, I did enjoy my time with this, and it made me interested in the anime quite a bit more. And eventually I will get around to it and watch it. But for now, this will be it, and you guys get to enjoy the rest of this episode with the clips and the menus that I sadly cannot show off right now, but I can do it in the clip section. So enjoy all of that, and yeah. All I can say is, thank you guys very much for watching, hope you enjoyed, and if you did so, please consider leaving a like, it will help out a lot. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and if you wanna support me more directly, memberships are open on the channel, and as I always say, no video will be behind a membership, it's purely there for support, so thank you very much to all the members already doing so, much appreciated, and I hope you all have a fantastic day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye. Also, oh, I was about to say, wow, it's so blending into her hair. I was about to say, okay, if she's in Rimbilliton, is she supposed to be like a bunny or something? In that case, where are the ears and everything? It's blending so much into her hair that it's barely noticeable. Okay, yeah, she has droopy long ears. Okay, I see. Okay, I'm guessing then. This is kind of like the obvious thing, but I'm guessing then that in the anime, Mutsumi has a terrible relationship with her mom or something. All right. Of course. Vormy. Considering that all... No, actually, no, never mind. Aya is a 6-star character. But considering that most of them were 5 stars so far, I wonder if they're gonna drop in Ray as well into the mix for this stage. This story has a lot of cameos. Not gonna lie, half expected an actual song to start playing right now. Also very interesting. Wormy's in the picture as well. Yeah, so far literally every stage is receiving a special CG. I wonder if they're gonna keep this up until the very end.
This isn't just your dream. This is our dream.
Okay. Us? Huh? Are there multiple versions of you? What is happening? Okay, that's an expression, okay. I didn't even notice I was so focused on the text, what the shit. Whoa. Oh, she's pissed. Mutsumi reaches out, placing her hand on Sakiko's shoulder. Holy shit. Well... You are gonna fly now. Okay, well, that's a conundrum now. That's two that she didn't get.
One after another, they all rejected you.
Oh, did they actually all say no, even after all of that happened? Okay, that's an interesting little twist. So they chose. Okay, what's gonna be then the big thing that's gonna convince everybody to wake the hell up from their dreams? If they all so far said no. Well, to be fair, all of them said no outside of one person. One person went out to look for her. That is the only one who didn't say no to her. But yeah, everybody else seems to say no. Alright. Oh, she is back on the transport? Oh yeah, she's back in her little little avenue. Okay, Wigna is back. I'm guessing Iris and Bella are gonna be back as well?
How do you do? I don't believe I introduced myself.
Oh, wait, is she... right at the moment they entered the transport? Maybe?
Who's Anne? Do you know Iris? I don't. Is that a friend of yours who lives there?
Ooh, this is completely different. Oh wow, this is an actual new background, what the shit? Whoa, this looks like a very normal home all of a sudden. Holy shit. Oh wow. Her dad gets a unique model? Okay, that's... I'm actually not surprised, but damn. Okay then. Oh boy. Oh boy, time to meet mom, huh? Aw, wow, even she gets... Yeah, obviously she's gonna get a unique model. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is gonna get now emotional, ain't it? I don't know the story of Ave Mujica, but I can tell this it's gonna get emotional considering the build up to this. Oh god. Alright.
We're going to crash! Sakiko, out of the way!
What the fuck? And that leads into battle, what the fuck? What the shit was that ending? The Morpheus? Okay.
Because of my inability to give a firm answer then, things turned irrecoverable.
Okay. I see why these two are probably fighting each other then. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh yeah, she's waking up. Oh. Oh, shit. Very nice, very interesting. Everything's possible in the Castle of Dreams.
道があまり良くないみたい。気をつけて、転ばないようにね。
This is a tune. Very interesting. Very interesting. Battle melody. Oh god, these shits. Funny. Alright. Oh? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh damn. Special treatment? Alright, that was dope. Of course they're gonna get a 3D cutscene. I'm not gonna lie, as good as the song is, right now the only thing going through my mind is, oh god, this is gonna be copyrighted as hell. Content creator brain. Alright, this was cool. And it's still kind of going as well in the background, nice. Oh, they're all together again. They're all in their animal forms. That's kind of funny. Alright. Holy shit, she kind of looks sad right now. Yeah, okay, yeah, I was kind of right with assuming this earlier, but yeah, she's whatever happened to her, she's kind of trapped and bound to the Castle of Dreams, and she cannot leave, so she always feels alone, probably. Hence why the little puppets are always with her, keeping her company. Yeah, that made her into a little shyster. Oh boy. Kind old lady, is that the grandmother? Something just started up over there. You're not... Oh, the granny? Oh, that would be actually wild. The granny that kept appearing alongside Sakiko in every step of the way. Well, not every step, but most of the steps through the dreams. And just guiding her in some instances. That was probably grandma. Okay, nice little twist. Yeah, they're literally... You should hurry home, and kind townsperson. Yeah, okay. Wow. Okay. So we don't get to see her, but we get to see her. In a sense. Very interesting.
You're a heartless monster. No wonder your parents don't want you. You'll never live through the winter.
Oh, no. That was someone else laughing. To be fair, now that I'm thinking about it, Morpheus is actually also, she is also carrying Iris's colors. Yeah, there is some strong attachment there. What the shit just happened? What is that noise outside the door indeed? Wow, another one. Jesus Christ, this went so many fucking CGs. Amazing. I feel like the owners of the Ave Mujica property had a word in this. You will give them a lot of pictures. Hypergraph, can we do this for normal stories from now on? Like every single battle stage or cutscene stage has at least one CG in it, at least one for something that is happening, please. This whole shit just enhances the experience, you know. Good God. Oh, this is it? Oh, there is no follow-up? Okay. Huh, very interesting. So this entire... Wow. Usually there is at least 3 of these, or 2 at least. Huh. Okay. Very interesting. Alright, so what is this, considering this added the last 2 members now? Yeah? So I went to... Cause I went to Farcosio to search. Yeah, I think she's just lonely. Or, well, as indicated throughout the story, she went through shit, so she's a little shyster herself right now. Okay. Please take these stage backdrops Corathons and I made together. Is that enough now, Iris? I don't care anymore, just let it be. Okay. Okay. Oh? What now? Oh, yes! Interact? Okay, this song plays from the cutscene. So, I'm guessing... Okay, yeah, this is swapping them between the sleep and the stage performance. What is the interact button? Oh. That's funny. That's kind of funny. Does it do anything else? I don't think so, right? Oh shit, she's actually moving her mouth. Also, I'm trying to click on each one of them. I know the mouses are being recorded. Damn, they really went all out for this event, for this collab. Holy shit. Alright, anyway, I know I said in the last video that I'm gonna keep the poll for Umiri in the last episode as a little bonus because I forgot the other one to do it as part of the video. But considering I need both of these characters for the boss battle video, as I would love to use all five bad members, we're doing this now. Wow, really? That's your entire introduction? Okay, kind of fits with your personality from what I've seen in the story. Huh? You can trust her to carry out whatever you ask her to with true professionalism. Yeah, that fits. Can I see the other one? I don't think I can see the other one from here. Can I? Yeah, shit, I cannot click it from here. Ah, whatever. Yup, cannot even do it from here anymore. Ah, shit. Ah, whatever. Character acquired. Now I just need to film. No, I just need to film the poll video, because that is also a bit delayed. Oh boy. Anyway. Alright, so then, usually I record these separate videos, but yeah, right now I don't have the time to record this as a separate video, so we're gonna be pairing up this poll session with with the final episode of Ave Mujica that, well, that's where you're watching this, probably as the last thing in the video as well. But yeah, anyway, right now I don't have really time to put this out as a separate video and everything, so we're gonna pair this up with the finale to the story. But honestly, considering this is a collab that will definitely not be coming back and everything, this might actually be a good idea to pair these two up anyway, so, you know, whatever. But anyway, I know that most of you already did their polls, so well, for anybody who is watching and did their polls, you can tell me how you did. You're gonna see mine anyway in a second. But yeah, let's see. One new 6-star, of course, and the only two promoted 5 stars on this thing are the 2 new 5 stars. The other 2 5 stars were, or the other 2 free units were from just completing the battle stages. Alright, anyway, also another thing, I was gonna do originally the polls as usual on the very first day as the banner went live, but then realized that, oh, we're getting 2 free temple tickets. So, you know, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna wait the 8 days until the second ticket comes around, but then I never had the time to actually properly record the thing outside of doing it right now, as I literally just finished recording the last bits of the story. Anyway, let's begin. Let's see what this is gonna be. Hopefully, this is gonna be very, very nice. You do get the unit at 120 polls, but would be nice to get her before that. Also, would be nice to get the 5 stars in a nice, timely manner. Alright, and the first one?
Konnichiwa, Mutsumi Uika desu. Saki-chanから聞いてたの? 私のことどんな風に言ってた? Yeah. You're totally not into her, right? Okay, anyway, that's one down. One more to go and one more 6-star. Oh boy, let's see, second free 10 pull. Would be nice if that would be it, and I don't need to do anything anymore. Nope. Nope, of course. The game heard me. Why did I even say that? Why did I even say that? Alright, let's see. Third 10 pull. Okay, at least a 5-star in there. 4 5 stars, I'll take that. Hey, there we go. This is the second character from this collab that has the shortest introduction. It was her and Uika. Oh, sorry, not Uika. The other one with you that is escaping me right now. Jesus Christ, names. Anyway, yeah. This is the second one that has like literally, what, 5, 7 words or something, and done. I can live with that. Okay, double. Alright, I can live with that. And now the real thing begins. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I can also still get the tickets from the shop, which I'm probably gonna do. Let's see, this is gonna be pool number 4. And 5-star only. Yep. Well, it's a better 5-star at least. I can live with that. Okay, let me see if I can get the tickets out. Alright, got a couple of tickets. Let's see. Poll number 5. Nope, no hidden 6-star. Yep. Again, banner units. I like that. I like that. I like getting imprints for them. Alright, attempt to do a couple of these, so I actually get a couple of more gold certificates in. And presumably the next one should be a 6-star. I think this is... Yep. This is the twice, okay. Okay, Uika, you better bring her along. Yes, you better bring Saki along. She should be the next one. Uh-huh.
Ave Mujica
Yes.
Togawa Sakiko と申します。帰る方法が見つかるまでお世話になりますわ。
They all have very short introductions. I like that. Not like they need any long introductions considering they're collab units, but nice. Okay, who's the second one? The chair aficionado. Alright, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ladouche. Thank you, Mr. Ladouche. Good God. Also, for anybody wondering why I keep calling him Ladouche and you still don't know, his Japanese voice actor is voicing pretty much the main character of Code Geass. And he sounds literally the same. Anyway, better done. Very, very cheaply done in 610 pulls. I like that. And 4 of those were from tickets. Yes, we're done. Time to save for the next banner. Which, from the moment this video is gonna go up, it's not gonna be out for, well, about 3 weeks, I think. So, time to save up. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. I think this is gonna be the final part in the video. So anyway, thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed everything. And yeah, have a fantastic day, and I will see you in whatever next Arknights video comes around or anything else on the channel. So thank you very much, and bye bye.